Hey guys, Steve here and welcome back to the Bongers channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different. Most people know when you become a parent, you become a little more aware of privacy, such as your home, yourself, and your children. So today I'm going to be talking about this camera here. It's a smart indoor camera and it's got some tricks up its sleeves that might set you a little at ease. This video is not sponsored by Amcrest. However, they did send the camera out to us for free. But this is going to be my true opinion and review on this camera. Also, stick around to the end of this review for your chance to win your own. Today we're talking about the Amcrest Indoor Wireless Security Camera. Let's take a look inside, see what we got. So it looks like there's some documentation, your typical stuff, we can read over that. You have the camera itself, a network cable, charging device for the camera, and some mounting hardware. So we're gonna go ahead and set this thing up. We're gonna use it for the next few weeks or so and share with you guys our full experience. So it's been about a month or so and we've been using the Amcrest in our home. What I really like about this one is it's pretty versatile. Has a nice wide angle lens, so you're able to get it in lots of different areas of your home, depending on what you want to use it for. So for our main purpose, what we've been using it for is in our front entry room. I have it set up on this shelf that kind of looks over the front door and stuff. That way you can kind of see who's coming and going, especially with the kids. You don't ever want one of them, you know, kind of going out the front door. A lot of times we'll leave the front door a little bit open while we're out, you know, watering the garden or doing something in the front yard. We do a lot of things in our front yard, so having that door there and having the camera watch it kind of helps out a little bit. It's pretty nice. Let me talk about some of the things that I don't like first. That way we can kind of get them out of the way, and some of it has to do with almost all security cameras and baby monitors, things like that. So it's just certain things that you can't avoid no matter what, at least not at this moment. One of the things I didn't really like is the app is actually pretty good. I really like the app. It's got a lot of nice features and a lot of built-in settings and stuff that you can go through. Definitely the pan and tilt feature is one of my favorite features, but it's super slow. Like the delay between when you press the button and actually having it move, it's pretty slow, which kind of stinks. I mean, you can make do with it. I imagine not just sitting there moving it around a whole bunch or anything, but the times that you do, it's kind of slow and a little annoying. But for the most part, not too bad. One of the other quick little things that I didn't like about it is I have it set up to do the motion detection recording. So you can set it up to do continuous recording all the time. You can set it up to do motion, and you can even activate it to where it only detects human detection. So I have it on the human one just because I don't want every little thing causing it to go off and record. But however, one issue I noticed is a lot of times it would start the recording like right when they come into frame, but for some reason it would kind of like stop even though they were still in the shot. I'll show a couple clips here. You can see where the person enters into the frame and it's recording, and then the person hasn't even left the picture yet, left the shot, and it stops recording. I'm not sure why it would do that. It's kind of strange, but for the most part, you still get most of what what you're trying to see. But it's weird that it stops recording before the person's actually even out of the picture. So on to some of the things that I really do like about it. Like I said, the app is really easy. It's pretty intuitive. I love that it works with Face ID on iPhone. You can log in easily. And it's easy to navigate most of it. I wasn't too confused by any of it. We've done a couple other apps for different types of cameras and stuff. And sometimes they're just confusing on how to get to it, how do you view it, how do you record it, how do you save it, all that kind of stuff. But this one's, it's really nice, it's really simple. You got your main section there where you can see all your cameras listed. If you got multiple ones, you can check out your events and so forth. And it's just really easy and laid out nice. So when you finally get in to view, you tap on one of the cameras and you can view it, especially this camera here. So it allows you to do the pan and tilt features. It'll allow you to take a screenshot or even record right there within the app. So if you wanted to do some specialty stuff there, you can do it right within the app. It's really simple. It also lets you talk back and listen. So a lot of cameras don't have speakers or microphones in them. What's nice about this one is it has both of those. So if for any reason you needed to be able to talk back to a person, so say you had it, you were at work and you needed to get a hold of somebody or something or whatever, you can actually talk through the machine, through the actual camera, and they can talk back and you can listen. So one of the other cool features, besides just being a nice security camera for your home, is it can actually be used as a baby monitor. So it has, like I mentioned, it has those mics and the speaker built into it. So you can actually set it up to where it'll recognize once the volume in your room, say your baby crying, reaches a certain point, and it'll actually send you like an alarm alert to your phone, which is pretty cool. And then you could always just tap on it and you could listen to it, see if they're gonna continue crying, or see if you can maybe comfort them by talking over the phone to them or something to the camera. So it's actually a really cool little feature. And so it doesn't have to just be an indoor camera. It can actually be used as a pretty smart, intelligent baby monitor. And especially if you set it up in the child's room, you could set it up to where, you know, if they're doing playtime, it's always there and you could keep an eye on them if you're doing other things around the house or so forth. Another pretty cool feature about it is the fact that it can work with like Amazon Alexa. So if you have an Alexa in your home or one of the Alexa devices, or even on your phone, you can actually ask Alexa to show you your camera. So you can name the camera, say a living room camera or a baby room or whatever, and you could say, Alexa, show me the living room camera. And it'll pop up on the screen and show you that. So that's kind of a nice little quick feature that you can use also. One really nice feature about it is it's relatively small and compact for what it does, especially with the pan and tilt features, and it's pretty high quality. The video, I mean, you'll see a lot of it throughout this video. The quality is pretty good. I love the wide angleness of it. But what's nice too is because it's so wide angle and compact and small, you can kind of put it in inconspicuous areas. Now, I'm not saying I might have used it as a spy camera once or twice, you know, maybe seen my wife break her keto, but it can be in places that are kind of small and inconspicuous. So, you know, guests or people don't feel weird that you have a camera in your home. And by far, probably one of the coolest features about it is called motion tracking. And so what it does is the camera uses smart intelligence, AI kind of stuff, and can actually track the motion in the scene. So if somebody walks, say you got a big room and somebody walks into the room, the camera will pan and tilt and follow the motion, which is really cool, because that way you don't have to set up multiple cameras to catch all these different angles. You can really just set up one in a corner and it can kind of follow and track everything that's going on. And you know, sometimes it can be used to catch pretty humorous situations. And as you can see here, yeah, it can be useful in some areas and maybe not so much in other areas. But another cool thing is when it's done detecting motion, it will actually go back to the original starting position. So you set a starting position for it to be looking at. So after it's done tracking and no longer sees any motion, it'll move back to that beginning tracking position. Okay, so in the beginning of this video, I know I mentioned something you might actually be pretty surprised about. What's really cool about this camera and the company is that this particular one does not require a cloud service. And especially in today's day and age with data breaches and all sorts of weird stuff going on amongst huge companies, privacy is pretty important. And so the focus of this camera, what I found is really cool about it, is it actually has internal recording on it. So you simply tilt the camera up, and there's a little slot for a micro SD card in there. So you can put in your own memory card, and that way when it records to your own storage that's local in your home. You don't have to worry about it going to some data center or upload it over the internet. you know, it's really cool to me that a camera company would offer that, especially on a camera that really doesn't cost that much. It's fairly cheap. A lot of times these companies will, they'll make the camera super cheap, but then they charge you month by month for a service or a cloud storage fee. What's really cool is these really aren't that expensive, and you don't actually have to use the storage, the cloud storage. You can just do it internally. And for me and my family, I think that's one of the most important things. So overall, we have really enjoyed the Amcrest camera. It's pretty smart, the recording is good, the quality is good, the features are good, the app's pretty simple and easy to use, and the privacy is just so huge for us. We really enjoy that. In fact, we have a security system in our home that has an indoor camera that we've used for a few years now. And this one by far blows that one out of the water. It's quite a bit better. And I think from now on, I think we're probably gonna hook this one up as our indoor camera instead of the one that we have. So overall, we really enjoy the camera. It's super, super nice. We appreciate you guys checking out the video. I know this is kind of a little bit different than our normal content, but you know, as a parent, privacy is pretty important. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, check out the links below to the camera itself. We also have a discount code for the camera. And don't forget, we're actually gonna be giving one of these away for free. Amcrest gave us a secondary one that we're gonna give out to you guys as our viewers. So make sure you check out the links in the description on how to sign up. And as always, have a blessed day.